Good evening to you, Doctor, and fellow students. My name is Chrispus Owomugisha, student of MIT. I'm here to take you through the presentation of the dataset I came up with using Tulip software. I came up with the data that shows 10 people who are living in different Miami, who live in different locations of different age, of different gender, that have different professionals, together with different connections in different locations of their respective. So this data set, it helps us to analyze connections as you have seen on the Excel, attributes and insights of people. My introduction: the dataset represents social network of 10 individuals, including their names, age, location, professional, and their connections. The purpose of this was to analyze the network structure and identify key individuals and explore patterns based on their attributes, as I've displayed. This dataset description represents social network of 10 individuals who have different attributes, like name. You can see their names are differentiated by the IDs, then age, localities, gender, and professionalism, and the connections. And connections and data connections are the one that define their locality, that you can find their social networking. Key attributes: I have nodes with unique IDs. Ages are connections between individuals. Connections are the ways that define relationships. As I've shown you this graphical table, allow me to take you to the software directly. Now, this is, of course, the first step to do is to import this data into this software. This data is saved with an extension of .csv Excel. So after importing this data, then I started modeling. And on my modeling, I started with node link data view, and this is how it came up. This is how it's shown. So by this node link data diagram view, it shows you the connections, for example, that Alice has from different states and by different individuals of different ages. This, apart from social networking, can as well help in terms of research, like we have seen on their professionals. It can easily help them. For example, if I'm undertaking a project, I'm a software engineer, I'm undertaking a project maybe to support to support maybe like in the health services. For example, if it is for the USA in a given state like maybe Seattle, which person can help me to do maybe either that I can easily carry out interviews, or I can easily carry out my research very fast, or who can guide me and to tell me how people in Seattle live, their statuses, their yes, such things. So these are the connections. Another diagram I came up with was a geographical view. Geographical view, we have seen here that after importing this data, and with the connections that these individuals have in different states, you can see how the graph is indicating. So it can here show you that Alice, for example, have a connection in Los Angeles, has a connection in Seattle, has a connection in New York, has a connection like that. Like as we are seeing here is the same way we have seen here on our Excel. Alice has got connections 2, 3, and 4. 2, 3, and 4 has a connection. You can easily connect with Diana, Bob, Charles, and their different states is San Francisco, Chicago, and Los Angeles. And however, even after that, you'll see a 2, for example, who is Bob, has also got a connection in Chicago. 3, who has a connection in San Francisco, has as well got a connection in Los Angeles, has got a connection in Miami, has got a connection in Seattle, has got a like that. So by default, it means that Alice has got all the, as long as Alice has a connection in one of the state, if that state, if the member of that state, for example, like Ivan, lives in Miami, by default, it will as well mean that Alice has the same connection in Seattle. Why? Because if you can easily connect with Diana who lives in Los Angeles and has a connection in Miami, even if when the connection app doesn't show, he can go through someone who is in Miami to easily connect and have social network in Boston, for example. So that's how it moves. And after that, I also came up with this diagram called it is called data parallel coordinate parallel coordinating views. So this my parallel coordinating view starts when you look at the bottom of this of the vertical bars. It has edge, the connection. Now like at edge 0, you can see that we don't have anyone at edge 0. But then if I try to zoom, you can easily see that at point between 20 and 22, we have a person. And this person, by age, if I go back to Excel, you'll see that between 20 and 21, I have someone. Perhaps could be Ivan, who is 22, or could be, yeah, Ivan is an example, who lives in Miami and has a connection, is a male student, and have connection of 4 and 3, has a connection for Diana and Charles. Now you'll see here, connections is 3 and 4, he is a male. So if you are to zoom a little bit, his ID is ID number 5, he lives in Miami, that's the location. By name is Ivan. Professionalism, what is his profession? He's a student. And what is his latitude? That one, 25.5. You keep scrolling. You can see here on the longitude is between 83 and 87. And then the endpoint view metric, they all come back to same endpoint. So this is my parallel coordinating view visualization. The next one I came up with is this one, which is called this one we call it histogram. Histogram, it shows as per my description. I can change and even indicate if at all something is missing. I'm trying to. It is for coloring and mapping. So you can see that by age, if I want to zoom and see that at age 22 I have got someone by age. At age 27 I have 28 up to the age of 45. With at age of 45, if I can go back to Excel, I have Charles who lives in Chicago is aged 45. If I That's for the side of the age. The IDs are also can as well 10 members showing as is displayed. So that is on the side of the IDs that helped me to come up with this histogram view. And then the last one I came up with is this one, which is called adjacency matrix. This one it shows me the list of individuals, their IDs, and their IDs using the matrix of row by column. Thank you, doctor, for your time and listening to me, and I wish you a good evening. Thank you so much.